Hello! And thank you for listening to the Fillet podcast, the best skateboard podcast in the world. Today is Wednesday, July 27th, 2019. I am Andrew Ariano with Grant Fierro. We're one man down. Reef works hard here on the Fillet, so we gave him a day off. He deserves a vacation, and we wish him well. And we'll see you next week, Reef. But today, we got to talk about this. What happened? What?
I just wanted to let you know that it's July 24th, not the 27th. That's all.
I did not say it was the 27th, did I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, you know what we are, is we're pretending we're Thrasher. So there's actually a new post.
Yeah, because they switched the date.
Yeah, they switched the date. They came out with a new pump on this part for Kristin. I guess we're talking about her to start off. Yeah. Thrasher posted that their post was on the 26th, when today
so weird.
is the 24th. Did I really say it's the 27th?
I'm pretty positive.
I wonder why I said that.
I don't know.
Should I start over?
No, we should just keep going.
Okay, all right. We got the juices going here. Grant, go ahead and let's talk about Kristin.
Kristin, yeah, pump on this. I'd never heard of her before. She got down with the ledges and the manues for sure. Lacey Baker had a trick in there. That was cool. It definitely went along with, like I said, Lacey does a bunch of ledge and manual skating as well, so
yeah, Lacey popped in there on the pump on this part. That's not an actual, that's just a crew, right? Or it's just like
Skate Rats is a crew. Yeah.
Okay. Is Lacey a skate rat?
I don't think she's been in their stuff before, but
how do you become skate rat?
I don't know. You skate with them. If those are your homies, then I guess you're a skate rat.
Is this the same company the same guy that was doing the Berrics stuff?
I think they had some stuff on the Berrics a while back. Like maybe back when Weekend Taj was a thing.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember
his name's Shane Auckland.
Is that the same guy that does skate rats back then?
Yeah, it's been the same dude forever.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Kristin came out. It's always nice to see some girls skateboarding. Lacey Baker, she I noticed something about her. She gets really tech when she wants to, but I don't know if it's because of her. Because what does she do? Doesn't she do a nollie? She does a nose manny, right? A nollie. What does she do?
I think she had a couple clips. One was a half cab nose slide nollie heel on the ledge.
Okay.
There might have been a nose manny something. She does flick nose mannies and stuff like that. So I don't know.
I like her nollie heels.
I like watching Lacey skate. She's cool. She does kickflip nose mannies, nose manny nollie flips and stuff. And those are cool looking manual tricks, in my opinion.
Well, I was trying to say earlier is she can get pretty tech, but I can't. I get upset when I don't see a hard flip from her. Now, don't get me wrong. I know this is not her video part. So I shouldn't be demanding anything. And I'm not demanding. I'm highly requesting that I see a Lacey Baker hard flip. She was known, that was a thing that stood out when she used to have the long hair. And I would just be like, oh, girl skaters. Okay, cool. And then you see that hard flip, your eyes get all bug-eyed, and you feel like it's Looney Tunes, and you just can't believe what you just saw. That's some next-level hard flip shit.
Lacey's got a good one for sure.
She don't really skate stairs, huh?
Not much. Mainly just ledges and manis.
Yeah.
Maybe flat bars or something.
Hey, would you say that that's something that's really common now? Is not many people skate stairs anymore? Or no. Stairs are no longer the limelight anymore.
I'd say right now handrails like kink rails are.
Oh, you know what? That's fair, Grant. I like that. I can't hate you for that.
We talked last week, 2 weeks ago, we talked about that Bronson into the pit.
Bronson, yeah.
It's the kink. I would like.
She's been called into the rail.
In that video is up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kink rails are popular.
Yeah. Well, what should we start with, Grant? I'll let you take helm.
Well, we both just rewatched that ARTFORM edit. So I think what was it called? Hard to Earn, right? ARTFORM, Hard to Earn. So I had TJ Harris, Jack Curtin, I believe it was Jamar Brown, Matt Miller. What are your thoughts, Drew? I know you said some stuff about Jack. I think you were enjoying his clips.
Well, I just said I thought Jack was still on DGK. I keep asking that. And as far as I'm concerned, he's still on Fallen too, but that's not the case because he's got a fat ass N on his shoe.
Clearly, you haven't watched much Jack footage.
No, I have. He's been in a lot of shit lately. What are you talking about? He's almost.
Well, if you're asking if he's on.
Well, no, that's why.
Fallen.
I understand. Yeah, I like Jack skating. I would have. I got nothing against Jack, but I mean, I want to see more Matt Miller. I want to see some. I want to see some Marquise Henry that wasn't in the video that you told me that was.
Yeah, that was TJ Harris,
Yeah.
but yeah, his first trick he thought it was Marquise. Yeah. TJ killed it in that. I thought his footage was sick. Back 180 fakie 5 a table.
What about that tray flip blunt?
What? Oh, big flip front blunt.
Oh, is that
Yes,
what it
on
is?
the bench.
Okay.
Yeah, that was gnarly.
Would
Yeah,
you
we were
call-
talking about.
Would you really call it a Bigfoot blunt? I don't think
It's not a tray flip. The
Well,
only other trick you could call it be varial flip front blunt.
All right, well, let me ask you this then. So, how do you do a tray flip blunt?
On a ledge, you can't.
There's no such thing as a tray flip blunt?
You could do a tray flip backside blunt slide, I guess. Because you could. Yeah, you could. You can't tray flip front blunt. It's a big flip front blunt.
It's not.
It's not a tray
How
flip.
is it
It's
a-
spinning less than a tray flip.
But it's doing less than a big flip.
That's what I'm saying. The only other thing, if you want to argue with big flip, you should be making a case for varial flip, not tray.
Okay. No. I like the difference of opinion here. You're saying no.
Varial flip. I mean, I just say big flip because that's like if you see somebody do a big spin front board, it's just what everyone calls it. Yeah, you could. Here, you know what? You know you could actually make a case for this. If someone does a kick flip front board, you do not call it a backside flip front board. It's a kick flip front board. So if someone does a big spin front board,
Okay, so
It's just a
now
pop
you're
jump.
leaning towards my end now.
yeah, but towards varial flip, not tray flip. Because think about that. A kick flip front board is not a backside flip front board. So then a big spin front board should be a pop shove front board.
You know what it should be called? A 270 flip blunt.
No, it shouldn't.
You know
Let's just. Everyone knows what we're talking about.
I hope so. If anything,
I've seen that one go down on a ledge. That's what we were talking about when we saw it. If that's even gotten down, I mean, I'm sure someone's done it in the world, but definitely not
you're
when
saying
you
it's a rare one, right?
For sure, a rare one, and especially to be done on a ledge and a line. I'm sure he was pretty hyped that he rolled away from that one.
Now let's talk about Matt Miller. Not many clips in here, but enough for me to be satisfied. Switch shove it over Long Beach Rail, you're saying, right?
Mm.
You said that thing's small?
No, I said it's tall.
Oh, sorry.
It's so tall. That's crazy. But I would expect that out of Matt. Not that like it was easy for him, but that's like what he does. He has so much pop.
Mm-hmm.
He shows it in his edit. He nollie heels straight over a fire hydrant. He
Man, I
nollie
love
front heels over that block thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he switch heels up like a 5 or something. That's what he does. He has pop.
He has much pop. He's no longer on DC. What was he riding in that video?
He's still been skating in DCs, but he's not on them.
I don't
Yes.
ride from him anymore, but I'm rocking him.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of tight. That means he's down with that company.
Yeah,
that's
he's
cool.
just down. Which is it's just a bummer that they couldn't pay him anymore.
Yeah, I agree. He was over there for a while.
Mm-hmm. So was Morgan Smith. What's he riding?
I don't know what shoes he skates in now,
Etnies
but
or something?
he works. I think he works maybe at a distributor in Canada now. I know he's still skating for sure, but I don't
his
think
life of a pro skater's over.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much done. I'm
Mhm.
sure he's still destroying spots out there. That dude's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Probably still killing the flat ground game too. Does he still enter in the battle with the Berrics?
I don't think he's been in it for a little while now, but I don't know. Oh, you know what I went down in this ARTFORM edit we're gonna talk about was a switch Mongo push.
Yeah, as far as our fun little banters on the Switch Mongo, to me, the only well, if you want to get my thoughts, right?
Yeah. What do you think about switch Mongo?
If Costa could do it, anyone could do it.
That so anything Costin can.
No. Because he does it, it's acceptable.
But across the board, any trick Costin does is legal. Like everything's okay that Costin does.
when it comes to the Switch Mongo, yeah.
Okay.
No, if you're trying to, I mean, what's something that he does that you're now we're going deeper in the conversation. What is
No,
he
I'm just
doing?
saying he does like
He can do no
nothing
wrong.
known
That's
to mess
correct,
around,
Grand
like funny early grabs and pressure flips. But it's like he would actually film it. But he has Switch Mongo pushed in the actual clip, so I guess you have a point.
Well, I guess let's get your perspective.
To me, it's like the dude. I'm sorry, I don't really remember his name. I think it was Jamar Brown, maybe in that art form thing. That pushed Switch Mongo. You could tell that dude. He's East Coast, like he's skating in Philly. He's got the big DCs with some big baggy pants. Like Switch Mongo kind of like fits his style. If you're like someone that looks like an LA skater and you're young, like 20, and you push Switch Mongo in your line, it's gonna look kind of whack to me. But that dude, it like fit. It's just the type of thing that I think certain people can pull it off. Tiago could push Switch Mongo all day, but then there's like if I saw Shane O'Neill push Switch Mongo, I'd be like, what was that? It's just the type of thing like certain people, to me, it fits. Other people, it doesn't. But the thing to me that'll always just be funny is like, okay, you can switch back tail the table, but you can't push with your other foot. Like, how does that make sense?
Well, it's a weird balancing act. Well, look at it this way. The whole reason that you push Switch Mongo is because you're trying to skate switch and you're trying to get speed so you can get that switch trick.
Yeah,
it's more comfortable for you to do that.
Yeah, but I think there's certain dudes, especially nowadays, like I was saying, this dude, like it kind of fit his style, that I think they want to do it. Not that they overdo it or something, but I think they kind of do it because they just think it's cool. I'm sure they could push switch in their line. But I'm
not mad at anyone pushing Switch Mongo, even if it was Shane. If Shane had to get a little quicker.
If Shane pushed Switch Mongo in a line, it wouldn't bother you?
No, do your thing, man. I don't care. What the hell? Skate how you want to skate. Screw it.
I'm not saying... Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever. Just get it. Just get it. Whatever you got to do to get it. Now, Paul doesn't push Switch Mongo, but I wouldn't be mad if he did.
Okay.
Because I can't push a regular switch. That's hard. Can you?
Yeah, but I filmed lines where I've pushed switch in lines.
Yeah, but you don't do switch tricks though.
I did a switch real big in a line and I pushed switch before it.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess you can do a switch big. I was cool when I seen you do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
But I'm not pushing switch to like skate a table or something crazy set or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. 30
years of Fosco, Grant Fierro.
Foundation Skateboard Company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 30 years. That's a long time. Congrats to them. That's crazy.
That's a very long time.
Yeah, it's nuts. I watched the montage for it.
Yeah. Yeah, the montage was tight. They had a bunch of... I was just happy to see Duffel.
I knew that's who you were going to point out. I knew it.
Because you don't see Duffel Footy.
He had a part last year.
Yeah.
That's
cool. I gotta watch it.
Should. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Oh, please do. I didn't know that. But there was a bunch of people it's typical Foundation where there's a bunch of people you don't recognize. The only guys I know was Corey Glick, and these are just names I'm familiar with. The only other guy I really know is Nick Berlino. I don't know who Victor Ace V's is. I don't know who Ryan Spencer is. I never heard of... Oh, I think I heard of Cole Wilson. Was he on Zero?
No, but yeah, I'm sure you've seen Cole skate.
Oh, okay. Victor
Chavez is younger. He got on recently. But yeah. To me, what I wrote down...
What about Joey Regali?
I know the name. I haven't really watched him skate much. Austin Thongbavong, nollie back 180 switch 50 down that rail was so nuts. You remember that clip, like a square rail?
Yeah.
That was so crazy.
You're not mad that's a square rail?
No.
Okay.
That trick's insane.
Are you one of those guys? So do you have any opinion on square rail skating versus circle rail skating?
Like me personally skating
watching people skate it.
I don't really care about watching that much. I don't know. I mean, I guess I do. Grinds look cooler on circle usually, and they feel cooler. Like, I'd rather skate a circle rail for most tricks than a square one. So I guess I'd rather watch a circle. But I don't, care. Like, I didn't watch him do
nollie back. You're not going to give someone a hard time when they skate a 50-50 on a kinked rail, but it's their trucks are locked on?
No.
You don't care about that?
I don't care.
Now, what do you think about the opinion of people saying like, "Oh, well, the circle rail guys, like Alexis Ramirez says, dude, square rails are harder to skate."
I mean, I get it. I understand it. If you like feeble grinds and Smith grinds on a circle rail, you could like shift your weight more to either side and pop over to either side easier. Where a square rail, I don't know, you're like stuck the way you're locked in, kind of. It doesn't feel as comfortable. I mean, it's all preference, but
Right.
at least to me, and I think that's probably like what someone like Alexis would be referring to when they're saying that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, even 50s, like you don't like a lot of people, especially Alexis, like he does those cross locked, like super pinched 50s. And he's a really big truck, so it could be like super tweaked on 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it depends on how wide the square rail is, but you can't really do that on a square bar. You kind of just
You're just stuck.
yeah.
You're just there.
You're just in it one way. But yeah.
I guess we could talk about. They said in that 30-year skateboarding for Foundation, it says skateboarding is a world. Oh, dang it! Let me open back up because I zoomed in on the wrong. So skateboarding is a world of high turnover. Here today, gone tomorrow. Foundation made it 30 years, and that is no small feat. Take a trip through the time and watch their videos since the very beginning. Now, I watched some of these videos. I doubt you did. I mean, no one's going to watch all those videos. That thing was over an hour and 18 minutes long.
Yeah.
It wasn't all their videos. It had like parts of various videos. Did you watch any of it?
No, I did see that, and I saw it was an hour 18 minutes, and I clicked the red X because I wasn't going to sit there that long.
Yeah.
But no, I do think it's cool to put stuff together like that, especially for a 30th anniversary.
God
But I
bless
was
him.
wondering what like how that was because I knew it wasn't going to be all their full lengths. It would be way longer than that.
It wasn't.
So it was just like standout parts from different videos or what?
Some of them were standout parts. Some of them were just. I mean, you had Heath Kirchhardt's Rolling Thunder part. They had only because I fast forward to see. Oh, let me skip to the. Let me see whether that because I thought it was all of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was taken back because I said only an hour and 18 minutes. I was like, were all these videos like was Art Bars only 30 minutes? Was That's Life? I felt like That's Life was pretty lengthy. And so I was a little surprised. So I tried to zoom. I was like, okay, it's not the full thing. So I saw Don Nguyen's. To me, yeah, to answer your question, did look like stand-up parts, but some of them didn't really need to be in there. There were some parts.
But they probably just wanted to put,
they
like
probably
a variety
put like
of people.
they want, just put all of Duffel's footage into a video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool they did that, though.
God bless them for taking the time to do that. That must have been some editing.
Yeah.
That's pretty nasty. It really is. If you think
Yeah,
about
I mean,
it,
yeah, I'm sure it took some time.
30
going
years of
through.
skateboarding footage. Here. You give it to Josh Beagle. All right, bro.
Wait, but was it like this is was it like a full part from one of those videos just tossed in there and then it would go to another one?
Exactly.
Or was it all?
Yeah, it wasn't
Okay,
like
yeah.
it wasn't like there was a transition or a theme that
Yeah,
said
so I mean, I'm
30
not
years
saying-
of foundation and then a graphic came out. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just it seemed pretty rushed if you ask me or lazy just to put
Why?
together.
Wait, what seemed lazy about it?
Oh, as far as it just felt like it was just it was more like a playlist that you could play on YouTube. You just click on one, it just goes on to the next one. It didn't feel like that there wasn't any commentary or
Oh yeah.
there wasn't like a it was just video parts.
You wanted more of like a piece about their 30 years or
Kinda-
like some of the parts or
that
something.
kind of would have been nice, a little banter.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Maybe they did do that. I just skipped through most of it.
Yeah.
Something like that, I think I would appreciate it more if they just talked to Todd Swank and Josh Beagle and maybe get some old guys, get like, I doubt Barra would do it, but maybe Heath Kirchhardt or Duffel and talk about the years of Foundation's history and what they did and how they did it. I think I would have enjoyed that more rather than a bunch of video parts that I could already look on YouTube.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I see what you're saying.
But yeah, 30 years is cool. They've had some really impressive videos. I want to ask you, have you ever seen any of Foundation's older videos?
No, honestly, no, none of the older ones, just the recent stuff.
Oh, okay. You never saw That's Life, huh?
No, haven't.
Wow.
Am I getting a bunch of hate in the comments from older people now?
You know, when I made the 5 most iconic skateboard shoes of all time, I was going to make the 5 best videos. Most influential videos of all time.
Yeah,
and that was definitely going to be number 2 or number 3.
Maybe I should watch it then if it's that high on your list.
It's very high.
Wait, what's number 1? Or do you have to save this in case you ever film it? Fully Flared.
Yeah, 1000%. Yeah.
Wait, did you say most influential? What was it?
What was so influential about that video part?
No. I was just asking if that was the title.
That was the title. Mm-hmm.
Wait, is what else? Is Baker 3 on there?
Baker 3's up there. 0. And
wait, what's 0 video?
That's a good question.
Just one of them.
That's a very good question.
One of the gnarly ones.
That's a hard one to top. It's a hard one to. I'd probably say. That's a tough one, Grant. Because I want to lean towards Misled Youth because so many pros quote that video. It's a special video because they had Greco in it.
Yeah.
Ellington. You even had some, of course, Thomas. Thomas's part was really gnarly. I mean, yeah, I'd probably go Misled Youth.
Okay. It's tight.
Yeah. I might have even snuck in Girl Yeah Right.
I
would have snuck that in as well. But that's a tough one. That's a tough one because Transworld made a lot of good videos too.
I was wondering if Transworld was going to get in this.
Dude, Transworld's made
Your boy Paul was in a Transworld video.
That's one of my favorite videos of all time. Yep. That's a fun topic. We could go down that for many, many years because now it's evolved since then. There's been a lot of videos, but you know what? I feel like the quality of video, not the quality, but I feel like the weight of videos doesn't stay.
Yeah, actually,
it wasn't like it was back then where you would have to wait to see Jeff Rowley, Andrew Reynolds, Eric Costin skate. Now I get to see what I could literally see what Reynolds skated today.
Yeah. Which there's pros and cons to that.
So when
it's sick. I think it's cool that you get to see what they're doing every day and watch them skate every day. But then I know what you mean. The desire,
the anticipation,
for new footage
the time away. It's like when you don't see a friend for a really long time, and then you say, "Oh my God, you got rid of the hair, you got rid of the tight pants. You're vegan now. Let's see what he can do."
Yeah. It's funny. I was actually, Drew, this is random. I didn't tell you this today when we were talking earlier, but this morning, I usually watch skating when I get up, when I'm eating breakfast. And on my recommended videos was your spoof of the Pretty Sweet intro. I was like, I'm going to watch it. And I watched it, and then I was like, I want to watch the intro to Pretty Sweet. I've watched Pretty Sweet parts here and there, whatever, over the years.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the full video, but since then, I mean. But I was like, I probably haven't watched the intro to that in forever. I want to watch that real quick. Watch the intro, and as I'm watching the intro, towards the end when it's all them jumping up and they're all celebrating in the schoolyard.
With the confetti.
Yeah, you see all them holding up their boards, and a bunch of their boards have Pretty Sweet stickers on it. And I was like, dude, I kind of feel like that was the last, and I could be wrong, but this is just what came to my mind. That was one of the last full-length videos that had so much hype where they're everyone's waiting for the date to be announced. They announced the date online. There's a countdown for it. There's the team rider, there's Pretty Sweet, just boards that say Pretty Sweet, t-shirts that say Pretty Sweet, stickers. Everyone was repping it and so hyped for so long. And now, I mean, there's plenty of, not even just plenty of content or skate videos, but there is a lot of basically full-length videos that actually come out. I think people talk about the full-length video dying, but I feel a lot come out. They're not the same as they once were, and maybe they're a little shorter, but 20 to 30 minute videos actually come out fairly often. But yeah, there isn't the long the hype for that. That's that needs to. I haven't seen this footage of the students so long, and this is dropping in November.
And we might not get that again.
We might not. You know what I could see it kind of happening for, and there's talk, but I mean, like, if Baker announces like a concrete date, Baker 4 premieres this day, this month, this date, like months before.
Mm-hmm.
Like if today they were like, oh, it's premiering like December 5th, and they like made a website and made all these stickers and shirts and whatever, like kind of what I was saying about Pretty Sweet. Like I could see that being a similar thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we just mentioned Baker 3 and how big of a video that was, and Baker's changed a lot since then. But people are psyched for Baker 4. Like I could see,
Yeah, they are.
Maybe a similar thing with that. But yeah, I mean, I agree. We might not really see it to that extent again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I see happening though with Baker 4 is you're gonna get a lot of anticipation and build up. But after the day where because they're gonna launch it on Thrasher, they have to. Don't you feel like?
I don't know, probably, but I don't know. I mean, okay. Here's one quick thing. I don't want to interrupt. I want to hear what you're gonna say. But when Pretty Sweet came out, again, I could be wrong. I was whatever. When that came out, I don't remember there were like constantly being leaks of videos like through internet leaks.
Mm-hmm.
Like that came out on iTunes and people bought it.
It did, correct.
To my remembrance, I bought it on iTunes. Nowadays, like selling videos, people are gonna buy it, but somehow that always ends up on the internet. Like, I think that's also a different thing too. I would assume Baker 4 will probably go for 3 on Thrasher, but I don't know. Maybe they'll try to sell it. It'll probably be on Thrasher.
It probably will be on Thrasher, but we'll wait and see. We will have to wait and see. One of my favorite things I saw was that High and Dry video where a bunch of skateboarders try to skate this park over there in it was Arizona, right?
Palm Springs, California.
Palm Springs. Oh, that's right. It was Palm Springs. Man, I should have known that after I saw the windmills. You ever been there?
I have, yeah. I've seen those things.
God, those things are annoying. You just feel like you're being hypnotized as you're rolling down the only road that there is to get into Palm Springs. It's freaking hot. Yeah, that's right. It is Palm Springs. It's pretty much the same thing as Arizona. God bless you.
Yeah, basically.
It's the same fucking thing. That's rad that they were skating the park and then they got kicked out. Well, no. They got called out by the owner. And he said, oh, dude. Yeah, we're getting ready to. They're gonna take all that stuff down and build some type of wave house? What'd they say?
Wave pool, yeah.
Grant, what's a wave pool? A pool with waves that just generates waves.
I would imagine.
Can you surf on it?
Yeah. A lot of those are like for surfing.
Okay.
I would imagine that's what they meant by that.
Well, that's cool that they didn't have to hop the fence anymore. The guy just opened it up for them. And then they brought out all the big homies. They brought out Remlard. Shout out to Remlard. They brought out T-Hawk, man. Even Riley was there. Lizzie Armanto was hitting it up. Even Omar Hassan, he said, fuck Pizza Nista. Let me put my knee pads on. He was out there getting it.
Pizza Nista? That's Solomon of God.
Oh, that is Solomon of God. That is Solomon of God. That's
Yo,
funny.
Omar got bodied on that board slide.
No one got more body than Tony Hawk.
You're right. You wins the body.
Hey, Tony Hawk got bodied all week long.
He got smoked.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it was Salmon of God. For some reason, I make those two up all the time.
It's okay.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for correcting me.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? But also the Blood Wizard guides came out, man. Your homie, who was it? The guy that could kickflip in anything.
Kickflip into anything?
Come on, you don't know the Blood Wizard guys?
I don't really know. Other than Chris Gregson, I don't know.
That's him. Yeah, he was there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was filming. I mean, he had clips in there,
too.
But he's the main.
Clips in there, too.
I know, but he was the main filmer for all that.
All right. Is that the guy?
He's the dude.
That's the guy that was filming my girl right there, Nora?
Yeah, I mean, probably. He filmed most of it. I know a couple other dudes helped film, but any of that, like, follow filming was Chris.
Yeah, that guy's nuts.
He's so gnarly. Like, following those dudes down those water slides is so gnarly. But that's what he does. We talked about it before. Like, follows dudes in pools. Follows Tony on his vert ramp. He went over the channel on Tony's ramp while filming. Like, that's so buck.
Yeah. Did you see?
He killed it.
You saw, old man, Mr. Chaps. The Death Wish Chaps.
Who?
Oh man, I always forget his name. I always mix him up. He's like a big burly guy. He had the last part in the Death Wish video.
Oh, John Dixon?
John Dixon. Yeah.
Yeah, he did the 50 right, and then Provost Smith grinded.
Provost did a Smith grind. Oh, that Smith grind. Did you see the photos of that?
I don't think so.
Where
No.
they added the water at the bottom. I don't know why they. Oh, I guess they were like swimming a little bit. I saw Remlar getting a little
Yeah,
cooling
because
off.
Dixon's board fell into the water.
Yeah.
Before he 50s it, it looks like he was trying nose grind pop out, which would have been so sick.
Didn't he do it on a Gauze board? I mean, not a Gauze. Fucking Omar Hassan.
I don't know. I doubt
think he
it.
did.
Why would he? Wait, why would he skate Omar's board?
Because his board got wet. Oh
I
no, he
think he
broke
still
his board. No,
skated
no,
it.
he broke his board on something, right?
Who? Oh, you're talking about
Oh
Jaws.
no, I'm talking about Jaws. I apologize.
tripped.
When Jaws did that crazy
The
Manny
Manny.
to
Yeah.
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 That's right.
no,
It was.
yeah,
But
Dixon-
it was Omar's
Omar.
board, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because Dixon's board goes in the water, but he still uses it. Like, he just throws it on the ground, dries it off, and then still does it.
Jesus, I need to write more notes on this stuff because I'm getting everybody wrong. I'm calling Salman Aga, Omar Hassan. I said this guy skated that guy's board. You put me in a crime scene, everyone's going to jail.
But yeah, and then yes, somehow Jaws does the Manny to death drop, breaks his tail,
Yeah.
does it on Omar's board. He got it though.
hmm
Yeah, I mean, you know what was sick to me about this was I watched it and then I looked at the comments and there was comments like, this is exactly like what little kids dream of, like being a skater at something like that. You're probably always thinking that, so that was cool.
It's so true. Like I can't tell you, like I haven't gone to Disneyland that much, but there's shit that I see there. I'm like, oh, that would be so tight. I want to skate Mickey's handrail. That'd be dope.
A water park really is. I mean, they showed us like that's probably the most skatable out of any type of those like amusement park or whatever. You know what else is kind of I feel like has spots is mini golf courses. There could be spots there. Like I've seen people skate at abandoned mini golf courses before. But yeah, I don't know.
You ever
This
skate a
thing
mini
was
golf
sick.
course?
No. I mean, unless it's abandoned, that's gonna be pretty hard to do. probably pretty blocked off.
Yeah. Well, we mentioned Tony Hawk earlier getting bodied. Tony Hawk. It was Tony Hawk week at the Berrics. I thought it was kind of funny. Chase was having a meeting in the war room, and Tony Hawk just walks in there, puts a bagel bite in Chafe's mouth, and then just writes Tony Hawk on the board.
Tony Hawk week.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah. Wait.
What? What's
I
up?
want to talk about Tony, but before we get off this, what was it called? High and Dry or something? The water
you got
park edit?
Something you got to mention? Oh, is it
The
Tom
ender-
Remlard?
Kevin Kowalski did the loop and ollied while he was doing the loop.
He ollied mid loop.
Yes, the ender, like Tony
He
does
did
the
not
loop.
ollie mid loop.
Yes. How did you not see
He
this?
did not ollie mid loop.
Tony does the loop, and then the ender is that dude Kevin Kowalski, and he does the loop, and like right before halfway, he like cracks a ollie while he's going over the loop. Ollie's mid loop. That was so nuts. I don't know how that went down.
He did not.
I don't know. Did
He
you
ollied
early?
mid loop.
Did you exit this video early or something? He ollied mid loop.
It's the ender.
It's the ender,
Let me
as
see.
it should be. It was so gnarly. I can't wait for it. Here we go. We get another Drew live reaction. He ollied.
What?
That's insane, huh?
How
How does that even work? It must feel so crazy to be upside down and ollie.
That was kind of tight.
That's insane. NBD.
Yeah, I must have
NBD.
exited early.
I don't know how you didn't see that. But anyway, you saw it now, and it was insane.
Hey, but
But-
Remlard, when he ollied on the like by the lip. Did you see he ollied over by death?
Yeah.
Like if things
That
went
was-
wrong, he would have. Oof.
That's sketchy. That's so sketchy.
I was asking. Oh, dude, that's so nuts. Remlard's nutty. Oh my god.
Those dudes are gnarly.
Oh man.
They killed it though. That edit's so cool. That's
Hey-
the type of thing that like anyone. It's like the type of video a non-skateboarder would be like tripping out on, which is cool.
So, you ever think about like why do water parks make their attractions and their loops ugly colors. Like,
No, I never really thought about why they are the colors they are.
like this is really annoying seeing a pink and yellow. I can't believe you Ollie.
They probably just want to make it bright. Like little kids think it's cool or something. Looks cool in pictures.
You know what though, Grant? Let me look at this.
What? He Ollie.
I
Don't try to tell me he doesn't
I
Ollie.
kind of hating on the Ollie a little bit.
Well, would you want like a boned out Ollie?
Yeah, like, yeah, he just like kind of tapped his tail.
Doing a loop. I don't care what he did. It's the first person to do it.
Oh, he's definitely not the first
to do that.
Yeah, you never seen Kowalski? I mean, not Kowalski. You never seen Winkowski?
I've seen Winkowski skate.
No, he didn't do that. I'm just kidding. All right, let's go back into Tony Hawk Week. No, that Tony was Hawk. Thanks for that's actually kind of nutty. Yeah, I would prefer to see a boned out Ollie, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers. Tony Hawk Week. Let's just get into probably one of the most trash things that happened on Tony Hawk Week. They said, how many tricks did Tony Hawk invent? And let me start by saying, how am I supposed to read all of them if they're going by so fast and I don't even know what half this shit means? Like, Grant, do you know what a gymnast plant is? Or do you know the difference between a stale fish and a saran wrap?
I kind of know grabs. A gymnast plant's probably like some sort of hand plant where they do a Christ air mid hand plant or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but you don't know. You don't know what it is, though, huh? If someone said, Grant, do a gymnast plant, you wouldn't even know where to start.
I can't do that. Think I can do hand plants in pools?
No. A gymnast plant. It's not a hand plant.
I think it's a type of hand plant.
Oh, it is a plant. Yeah, duh. Oh, good job, Grant Fierro. You won the academic award in the SF podcast.
Thank you.
No, seriousness. Like, do you know what a stale fish looks like?
Yeah, I know stale fish is, but gymnast plant, no, and whatever else.
What's a stale fish look like? Do it. Go ahead.
I don't know how you expect me to.
Just pretend. Just say, you know what a melon grab is. Everyone knows. Or an indie. An indie, you just get up and it's right in the middle.
You're using the wrong hand. Indies with your back hand.
How do you know which hand is mine? Yeah, you're right. Dan, how did you? I'm surprised you knew.
Just look up how to stale fish. I bet there's on Right Channel. You can learn.
All right,
but dude, yes, these trick names.
My big thing I'm trying to say is that how am I supposed to really appreciate the tricks that he did? It would have been nice to actually see him do it.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that too. Like maybe old clips of him doing it, or maybe just like cut down the list to like ones he has stories about or something. I don't know. It was just like, it just kind of seemed like the type of thing that was, oh, we need a video to put out. Like, let's make a list. And it was like a minute long and it was just words popping up on the screen. I don't know. Like Tony talking about it could have been cool, or old clips, like you're saying, for all these like crazy trick names. Like, I don't know, like when they're talking about like skate and vert and it's like something varial and like all these, like, dude, I can't even picture that. Like heel flip. Dude, I don't
banana grab.
No, but you know what's funny is like being us, like street skaters that mainly watch street skating. I feel like goofy talking about vert skating. Like I feel like a non-skater trying to talk about. Not like I don't know anything about it, but like I don't know all those tricks.
You feel like a non-skater trying to talk. You feel like a biker trying to talk about biking. Yeah. You feel like it's out of your element.
Yeah.
But it's a part of what you love to do, but it's so foreign to you. You just feel like, well, I really don't know this aspect about skateboarding.
Yeah, no. I don't know all about it. But
don't get me wrong. I understand why they didn't. That's a lot of footage you have to go through. But it's either you go all out or don't bother putting some text in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't get much out of it. But
yeah,
I get it though. You're right.
Did you try and read all of it?
Did I what?
Did you try and read all the tricks he invented?
No. They were probably going by so quick. I was like, all right, well, they're not going to show me, and he's not going to talk about it. what does this do for me? I don't know. But his I will say his battle scars thing was cool. Like his
Wait,
stories.
I'm not done. I'm not done. So they said that Tony Hawk skated in 1977 when they tried to say how many tricks he invented. And then in the caption it says Tony Hawk has invented 100 tricks on vert since he started skating in 1997.
Oh, they switched it.
No,
They
yeah, they
typo?
got a typo.
Uh, yeah, it happens.
It happens.
I don't know.
I mean, shit. Actually, I should have even brought it up for how many mistakes I made already today on today's podcast.
Yeah, you want to point out typos?
Let's point up other people's mistakes.
Yeah, instead of your own.
Yeah, but the worst injuries of Tony Hawk's battle scars. I can't help but crack up at the when he talked about at Bob's ramp when they're filming Wild Boys with their orangutan.
I want to see that.
And they were talking about the loop that he did in the gorilla suit.
Yeah, let me clarify. I don't know if I need to see the slam, but I want to see him in the gorilla suit. I want to see him skating in it. That's funny.
He's done it a few times. They've skated in suits in the past.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like what, at those Huck Jam things or whatever?
That or Jackass shit.
Okay, yeah.
That's more like Jackass shit.
Yeah.
If it wasn't him in a gorilla suit, it was like Wee Man or Bam Margera.
Mm-hmm.
They like doing that dumb shit. Anyways, I thought it was funny. I'm so stuck in this, but Tony Hawk's wearing the gorilla suit and Bob says, "Gorilla Loop." I love that. That sounds like some shit my friends would say. They'd be like, "Gorilla Tray." I'm like, dude, you know what's coming. I'm setting up. The gorilla loop sounds so dope, and the fact that he tried to go for it and he got fucked up sucks because now his thumb can't close and he can't write his signature the same way. He says that he could tell pre-loop and post-loop signature.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. You know what I was tripping on was, like, you could tell, like, Tony was actually kind of, like, pretty bummed how he got hurt because he was talking about how in the moment, like, he told himself to pump to get more speed. And even though he knows that's, like, the number one rule of not to do when doing the loop. And I've heard him say that before. Like, I talked about it on the show. Like, sometime last year, we were skating a spot. And we actually just happened to be right next to, like, his offices where they were doing a loop thing that day. And it was the day Lizzie Armato ended up doing the loop. And before they started, he was talking, and that's all he kept saying was, like, you don't want to pump into it. Like, don't pump as you go up. Then you'll, like, loop out. You'll fly and flip. And he seemed pretty bummed on himself because in the moment he told himself, like, oh, you need more speed, pump. And he pumped on the way up, and then the gorilla loop did not happen. He got smoked.
What do you think about when Tony, he almost did the 50 tricks on his 50th birthday, but he got smoked after he did that? What was that, the 720?
Yeah, the fakey 720. I mean,
we'll talk about it.
I've seen that video, but I don't really remember that. And then I heard him talk about it, and I was like, all right, this sounds crazy. Like, he's talking about flying towards a pole. Like, I need to look this up. But what I didn't understand, I was so confused when I was just watching the Battle Scars thing. What I pictured in my brain was like, is he saying that he spun the 720 and he didn't land back into the vert? He landed into the channel, like he went to flat. Like, that's what I was picturing. Like, I was like, dude, that is insane. Like, probably got so broke. And then I watched the edit and I realized that he lands the fakey 720, but he lands it at an angle. And by the time he looks up, he can't do anything about it. He's going to fly off the ramp. Yeah. And he flies at the pole.
Oh, my God.
I think he kind of like taps it, but he doesn't hit it.
He almost got bodied.
And then he lands on that little bank. I mean, he got pretty smoked, but he gets back up.
Yeah. It was funny to hear him think, like, right when he launched off, he said, dude, I was really at 49 tricks. I'm not going to get this done.
I know. I thought that was and I totally.
Like, your well-being is on the line, and you're just bummed that you almost didn't do 50. But I get it. You spent all day or all week or all month trying to get 50 tricks.
Yeah.
That sucks that you're just one short.
It's weird sometimes, like slams, like it feels like you're slamming for so long. Like, like afterwards, like how did I think all that while I was slamming? But it really can happen. Like sometimes you're slamming. Have you ever slammed where you're like, can I slam already? Like why is it still happening? Like why haven't I hit the ground?
That's funny.
I have one part like multiple, but there's one where I really remember like when am I gonna hit the floor? Like I'm so over this.
Yeah.
Skating benches at a schoolyard, and sometimes those benches have little pieces of metal under them, and they'll like grab your wheel. And as I locked into my trick, it grabbed my wheel, like immediately stuck. And I just remember flying backwards and just being like, "Can I like hit the bench or hit the ground already? Like, what is taking so long?" Like you could think about all this stuff. It's just It's so weird. Like in reality, that happens so quick, but it feels like so long sometimes. It's probably especially for him because he was literally flying through the air. Like he didn't fall on a ledge.
Yeah.
He flew off a vert ramp. You get some more airtime.
Yeah. So the only last thing we could talk about with Tony Hawk's week at the Berrics is that he filmed a Battle Commander, and that'll be coming out this Saturday. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know why he was talking about like, oh, I haven't filmed the street part in like since '93 or whatever. I'm like thinking, like the little clips that they showed already. I'm like, that's all tranny shit. That's not street shit.
I'm expecting some clips on the extension they have in there. That big extension on the quarter pipe.
Mm-hmm.
He'll probably skate that. The steep brick quarter.
Do you think he's skating the stairs though?
I think he'll skate like this. I bet I think he's boarded the 10 rail recently. Maybe like board slide it. Maybe like front board or front lip.
Not the rail, the stairs.
The set? No, probably not.
I think he'll bust a tray flip on the 10.
No, you are not serious.
I'm just kidding.
You think? I don't know if he'll skate the set.
No, he ain't down. Let's move on to Curren Caples off flip.
Yeah, so I've kind of had a feeling this might be happening.
Why? Because
after
Louis'
departure, yeah. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I saw a clip of him with a blank recently, but I think it was at that Montreal Vance Park series. So I was like, I wonder what's up. Mm-hmm. And then turns out he's just off the team page now. So no announcement, but his name and photo were gone. So it looks like he's off to the next, which honestly, I don't even really know where I think Curren would go.
I have no idea. Oh, you know he could go is April.
I don't see that.
Okay. Well, do you happen to see him on Primitive?
No.
No? Okay. Well, then,
definitely not going.
I mean, he's not going to FA.
No. You're not going to be on FA with the Mountain Dew and GoPro sticker on your board. That's just not going to happen.
So
no, I have no clue
you don't
where
think
I think
Primitive, huh?
No.
Element?
Element?
Yeah.
Element could use some people. They had some departures after a piece came out.
They need some people.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how close he was with Mark Apples, but they were teammates at one time.
Oh, you know what? That's true. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not convinced it'll be Element, but I see where you're coming from with Element. But at the same time, I see some kind of like artsy or like surfy, but I don't really know what I think fits into that. But that's kind of like what he is.
Yeah.
Surfs and takes photos.
I didn't really see him as a flip guy either, though.
Yeah, flip was always kind of random to me. But I don't know what I think of flip. Like, I don't know what flip is right now. I in a way, I do think they're kind of getting more of an identity with some of the like younger dudes are putting on now.
No, I think they had identity in the past.
They did, but then I think they kind of lost it.
Yeah,
like,
they lost it.
It just got so random to me, like Ben Norberg, Curren Caples, and it changed. Yeah. But it wasn't even that it changed. It was just that I still didn't really know what it was. Yeah. But now with like Marcos Montoya and Lucas Rebello, like I think I'm kind of starting to see where they're going, but I don't know. We'll see what they do, but I'm kind of interested to see where Curren goes.
He wasn't the only one that there's been a sponsor switch. Looks like Neen Williams lost a sponsor, Lululemon. Now you happen to know like the ins and outs of this, so go ahead and I'll let you. The floor is yours.
Interesting. It's kind of funny, just like interesting talking. We're here talking about skateboarding, talking about Lululemon. Like I didn't really ever think that would happen, but Lululemon did sponsor Neen. They put him on this year. It was pretty recently. And I mean, it makes sense they chose Neen. He does the whole like fitness stuff.
And what is Lululemon? Looks like it's some type of athletic wear.
like athletic wear, yeah. I think that they first started like mainly with like yoga type of stuff, but yeah, just like athletic wear. Um, and yeah, so they got Neen, and then recently, what went down was Neen was posting stories of him cooking, which he does all the time on Instagram. He was cooking fish, and I believe it was Wrecking Ball, but he might have been. He has like a second account, and I don't know if he was using that account. I'd have to look at the screenshot. Whatever. Wrecking Ball replied and said "skin side down," referring to the way Neen should cook the fish. Neen replied to that, and before I say this, I don't know if they've had any previous issues with each other. It's probable. I wouldn't be surprised if they have. If Weck has made fun of him or something. But Neen's response was, "Kill yourself. There's multiple ways to cook salmon." And that screenshot, this happened in direct messages. That screenshot ended up getting out there. It's on Slap. It was on Instagram, or might still be. And then the internet realized that Neen took Lululemon off of his sponsor list on his bio. Lululemon took Neen off their website, his photo, it was off their like ambassador page or whatever.
I still see it though. I still see him on the ambassador page.
Really? I looked at it yesterday.
Now I'll send you a link. I'm seeing his name on it right now.
What?
I'll send you the link right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on there. At least on his website. It says me, Lululemon Elite Ambassador. Ooh, Elite Ambassador Neen Williams.
I want to check this out. But yeah, so
pro skateboarder, fitness enthusiast, health and wellness advocate.
Okay, yeah. So this is like, how did you find this though?
I did a thing called Google.
Yeah, see, I see what you're saying, but I don't know how I saw it. Okay, look. So if you're on their website and you go to ambassadors, this is like, I think this is where they took them off.
I had to actually Google it. I mean, the link to that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
If you Google it, you could still find it. But if you look at their ambassadors, like he's not on it anymore. Sure. At least wasn't yesterday.
No, I'm sure what you're saying is correct. They just didn't take down his page yet. They just took down the link from the ambassador page. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, I would imagine that was due to his comments. There has been no statement from him or Lululemon or whatever, but those things happen back to back. So I would imagine there's a correlation there. Which I don't know.
How do you feel about that, Grant? How do you feel about his comments and what he said?
I don't think Neen was at all being literal, of course. It was probably just like a joke, and he was in the heat of the moment. I'm sure it wasn't like hyped with what Weck was saying, or maybe he's made fun of him in the past and whatever. But I don't think he's being serious. But do I understand Lululemon taking it seriously? I do. I mean, that's not the type of thing that you can joke around about, especially on the internet where people are going to see it. Especially when you're representing companies like a company like Lululemon, they don't want to deal with that type of stuff. I'm sure they have their clean looking image they want to keep. But I mean, just in general, I don't think those are really the words you should use when
you said Wrecking Ball put it on his Instagram.
Yeah, but I think it was he has like a second Instagram, like I think in case his gets deleted, and it's like Wecking something, but the E's a 3, and it was on that. I don't even know if it's still there. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think those are the right words. No, like whether you're being serious or not, I wouldn't use those words. So I mean, I get it. I get why Lululemon was, probably was a breach of his contract one way or another, and yeah, I don't know. Those aren't good words to use.
What's the name of that other account?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I could try to find it. Try to find it for you right now. But yeah, that's what went down. So yeah, you can keep it rolling, and I'll find the account name for you, Drew.
All right, no biggie. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the Huff ATL video. I imagine that stands for Atlanta.
You're right.
This was the best thing in the week that happened. I was absolutely hyped stupid hyped. This is the type of stuff I need in my life. I need a group of dudes, and before I even get too much into it, I gotta say, it's making me more sad because I know that the end of the Huff shoe era is coming closer and closer, and I just cannot get enough. There's no such thing as enough Tyler Bledsoe footy, and he has some sick shit in here. I like the nollie blindside heel he does to start off. I enjoy his ledge skating, and I forget, like I've been picturing him, like, what makes him, he looks so different. And it's his fucking glasses. I finally put it together. He lost his glasses. He didn't literally lose them, but he got rid of them. He wants to skate with his bare eyes and some contacts. And ATL, they killed it. Huff killed it. The rest of the team, I don't even know who else skated in it, frankly, because it's a Tyler Bledsoe show when it comes to Andrew Ariano. But
okay.
Maybe you saw some other stuff, but me, I didn't.
I do agree this was a sick edit as far as who I thought was killing it.
Did you find out the other account?
Well, yeah. Well,
okay, that's
to
fine.
answer your question, no.
All right.
But I did
keep
find
it
out
going then. ATL,
he
baby.
posted it on his story, so we can't see it anymore. It was on his normal Wrecking Ball account. It was on his...
All right, boo on you.
Yeah.
All right, brother, go ahead.
As far as Huff and ATL, Solomon Cardenas, that dude's always cool to me. Justin Dreisen, Nosebonk 360 was so crazy. And MVP, Brad Cromer makes every trick look the best. His heel flip, his alley-oop backside flip was beautiful. That was seriously one of the best looking backside flips. So I don't know. I'd give it to those dudes. Solomon also did a 180 fakie Manny. It's like a flat gap to manual spot, like off a loading dock. That was super sick. Yeah. So I do agree though.
Matthews is in his edit too.
Yeah, he did a sick switch flip off that bump over the loading dock. Was so sick. And front nose pop over. Oh, that trick was so tight.
Who's the guy in the beanie?
Solomon. He's on weekend.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, dude's. But yeah, I mean, we're seeing the end of the whole Huff footwear thing. Pretty much all those dudes now are skating other shoes. Solomon's been skating Adidas. Cromer's skating Cons. Matt Godwick's been skating Cons. I'm sorry, Adidas. So we'll see where they all end up. But I mean, I know some of those dudes are still going to be on Huff as far as like an apparel sponsor, so we might still see some edits out of them.
Right.
Which is cool because, dude, their lineup, they have such a cool team. Their team is so sick. They've had so much, just so many good videos come from that team. So I'm glad some of them get to stay together in terms of the apparel, but not all of them.
Man.
Plunkett was in there too, did a cool frontside flip.
These guys
pretty sure frontside flip, right? On that.
This edit is so sick.
They killed it. They did a good job.
Oh my God! Do you remember when Tyler did a backside 180 fakie nose grind, a fakie flip out, and it popped like as if he was just doing a fakie flip on flat.
It was so good. I was actually gonna loop that clip.
No tic tacs, no nothing.
So good.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, it was amazing. Tyler's sick.
Is he skating any other different shoes lately?
Yeah, he's been in some Nikes, but other stuff too. I think maybe Vans. Like he was skating half cabs and then Blazers, Nikes recently. So I don't know what is, if he has a plan or what. I don't know.
Let's talk about Yardsale's Playback real quick. We're coming close to an hour.
Okay. Yeah, Yardsale. It's kind of a company I've heard of, but have never really seen much from. Definitely like a pretty different video. They had their own thing going on with, you would see like HD clips and the next clip would look like it's on a camcorder from like 1980 or something. The one note I wrote down, my favorite trick in it, towards the beginning, super long feeble grind as the filmer's like following the skater down a bank was so sick on that rail. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was cool. I don't know, it was different. I honestly don't remember a ton of tricks from it. Mm-hmm. But I will give him. I do think it's cool to have something that's a little different about your video. In that video, it didn't look like every other skate video that we see come out every day. They had their own style, so I'll for sure give them that. That was tight. Did you check this out?
I didn't.
No.
But that's because I was so focused on asking you a question. That is,
Oh,
I
it's
know
a-
you are not a fan of ollies as enders in video parts, but I had to think about it and stew about it a little bit. Now, what about switch ollie enders?
Yeah, I'm more down for that.
Okay, fakey flip enders. I mean, fakey ollie.
Of course,
Fakey ollie.
that's one of the most
Sorry,
beautiful
fakey
tricks.
ollie.
Oh. Yeah, I'm down. I mean, yeah, I'm down for any of the ollies except ollie. But
Okay.
I'm sure there's an ollie ender that I think would be sick too. There's always exceptions in skating.
Okay. All right.
You
fair
know what I
enough.
think it is?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that there's enders that are super gnarly, and then there's like a tech ender, or maybe like an ender that looks really cool. For example, Corey Glick, Wally 270 nose blunt from Foundation video, which was kind of all of the above, but it looked amazing. I love tricks like that, like a trick where it just sounds crazy. It doesn't sound like the techest, like longest name, but Wally 270 nose blunt, like that makes you think like what was that spot even look like? Where an ollie, like you're probably describing to someone like how this crazy huge gap was, which don't get me wrong is I'm sure gnarly. If someone's enters an ollie, like it's probably so buck, but I don't know. It's not my preference.
I
guess,
understand.
For
Well, thank you for clarifying for that.
Yeah.
It is time for everyone's favorite segment, the Grand Scram.
Yes, Brad Cromer. I was just speaking about him today on Instagram. He decided I'm pulling it up here on my phone so I can reference some specific tricks. He dropped this thing. It says "quote unquote orange," filmed by Jeff Sassier. It's basically like a 1 minute video part. It's filmed on a real camera, but it just went straight to the gram. I mean, it looks like it was filmed only over like maybe a couple days or something based on his outfit and his board. Dude, it's so good. Like, he has the best flip tricks, best style, like always killing ledges, bump over bars, just skating cool spots. I don't know. I love watching Brad skate. So I watched this morning when he posted it. Watched it a couple times. I was like, dude, this is so sick. Saved it to my collection on Instagram, and honestly, I think I'm gonna just have to download it and put it on YouTube because I don't like that people aren't gonna be able to find this in the future. He's just looks so smooth and clean and good on a skateboard. I love watching him skate. And yeah, Brad killed it.
And what's your favorite trick that he did?
Does a heel flip on he props up a grate and then goes over a trash can or something. And they actually have it propped up on the other side too. So goes out of a bump and lands into a bump. The heel flip was sick. Fakey big spin first trick to open it up. I'm probably biased because that's like my favorite trick to do, but he did such a good one.
Really,
on that
is
part.
it? Fakey big spin, huh? Favorite
Up
trick?
there. I like doing that trick.
What about a half cap flip?
I love how a good half cap flip feels, but they don't feel good every try. So I wouldn't say it's my favorite. But when you do it good, it feels so good. But fakey big spin for me, it's kind of that's just one of those tricks that works usually.
I hear you.
Like half cap flip, you could just be flicking.
I would go fakey big flip over fakey big spin personally.
Oh, fakey big flips look great. Remember Thomas Dritzis, the one he did we were talking about a couple weeks ago?
Mhm.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Gillette has done a great fakey big flip in a part. Ah, that trick's beautiful.
That
It's
sounds
so
like another
sick.
episode. We'll catch you guys next week. Later,
All right.
skaters.
Peace.